Now, I had a plan. It was a simple plan to get Ali Adams on tonight. He spars with Del Boy, and in April he fights Audley Harrison. But a day or so ago, Ali had a call from the government in Iraq. It's very serious. And he had to fly there to talk about sport in the troubled, bomb-scarred land. I couldn't invent this. It's actually the truth, which is absolutely amazing. So I can't get Ali on the line for whatever reason, but I am joined by Ali's promoter, Steve Goodwin, who can hopefully shed some light on why exactly Ali Adams has suddenly, having taken 18 months to get from Iraq to London about 15 years ago, why he's suddenly been put on a plane and sent back to talk to the press. Steve, are you there?
I am, Steve. How are you doing?
Fantastic, Steve. First of all, let's solve the Ali Adams riddle. What's going on?
Well, what's basically happening is, you know, he's fighting Audley Harrison.
Of course, we're going to come to that. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a coup to get him over here for him. But obviously, as we stand, you've got a multi-millionaire in California, got all the facilities in the world, and we've got Ali, who's, you know, as you know, he come over from Iraq with nothing, and he's struggling to make a name for himself. Who's basically quitting. He's not working for the next 8 weeks, and he's not worked for the last 4 weeks. He's training specifically for it.
Wow.
But we've been looking to get some sort of backing for him in Britain and from British companies, but it's been to no avail.
Yeah, it's hard.
We can't get people behind him, and we therefore changed our plan, and we went to the Iraqi people and the government, and we've been working on that. And he got a call yesterday morning.
Yeah.
They were sending a plane to you, come over to Iraq, come and meet the president, and we're going to look at ways of trying to support you through this to give you the best possible chance against Harrison. Oh. And so he literally jumped on a plane. They sent a plane for him. He jumped on a plane yesterday, and he's over there for the next 4 days.
So when are you expecting Ali back from meeting with the prez in Iraq?
I think he'll be back on Tuesday with any luck, and we're going to be speaking to them tomorrow. He'll be back on Tuesday, and basically the same time Don Charles will be back from Germany with Derek, and then they'll be back for working again. But it was quite a good time really for him to go, because with
Don's away,
he's away, so he was going to be doing light training over this period anyway, and you know, it was a no. You know, he's going there to see the president. The president wants to get behind him, so hopefully he'll get some massive backing from them.
No, so he's over there in Iraq, okay, a place where he fed all those years ago. He's only been back to one time when his father was dying, which wasn't a great time. I talked to him about that.
No.
Nearly made the big boy cry. So he's over there, and what sort of funding can they give him? What a government endorsement, or can they find him, you know, sports funding? Would he become, you know, a professional boxer funded by... I mean, it's bizarre, Steve, and I don't doubt it for a second. It's a lovely story, but I'm just wondering what... I mean, we're not going to lose him, are we? He's not going to become Iraq's #1 sportsman and move in an old palace.
Well, he's going to fulfil the obligation, but it may well be that they will look to get behind him and maybe even stage a fight somewhere in that area of the world. But the whole thing is that for Ali to succeed, he's going to need some proper backing to put him on a level playing field, because otherwise he's not going to be on the same playing field as Audley. And,
it's a tough fight. Also, can you tell us, remind us, because obviously, you know, you're allowed to plug your show on here. When is that fight? When is that show, and where is it? And the ticket's still available?
Yeah, 14th of April at Brentwood. We've sold around, I think 55% of the tickets have gone. We've still got tickets on the website, goodwinpromotions.co.uk. Still, most of the ringsides have gone, but there's still quite a few standard tickets left. But I mean, it's all, you know, we're building up to it. It's 2 months away. But I mean, Ali has improved beyond belief with Don Charles, but he wants to give this fight the best opportunity possible. But
of course he does. It's a massive opportunity for him to gatecrash everything.
He's still got mortgages to pay, though, hasn't he? He's still got everything else to pay, and it's okay doing that if you're backed by a massive TV promoter, and you know, there's only so much I can do for him. So he really needs some proper funding, and we cannot get it in Britain despite all the help. So we then turn to Iraq, and hopefully, I mean, we haven't. They're not going to brought him over there for nothing. They know exactly why he wants to go there and meet them, and they know exactly what he's looking for, and they've said they're going to be doing their best to help him. So hopefully when he comes back, I'll be sitting down with Ali, or I'm probably going to be speaking to them over in Iraq over the weekend, and we'll come back and we'll have some sort of plan of action and some assistance from them.
You'll be having what they call in the Arab world a majlis, where you sit around and there's a box of tissues and there's some tea served, and everyone's very polite. They trust me. I had one of these with Nassim Hamid, with the now deposed ruler or tyrant who used to be in charge in the Yemen, called Abdullah Ali Salah, and there was myself, Frank Warren, Brendan Ingle and Nassim Hamid, and there was Abdullah Salah was there, and he had 4 or 5 of his advisors, and he was there, and him and Naz were comparing Prada ties. I mean, seems bizarre, and we were in this bunker because there'd been an Exocet launched at his residence about a week earlier. So we're in this bunker about 4 stories down. And, and every time that he shook someone's hand, he wiped his hand on a tissue. And it was really bizarre and surreal. But it was all very polite and pleasant. And everyone got asked to tell him how many children they had. And we had loads of mint tea. It was one of the great... I've got a lovely picture of it. It's beautiful. It was a beautiful time. So you may be having that soon, Steve, just to make sure your nails are manicured and you're nice and smart.
I'll be there if Ali needs me there, and it helps secure the deal for him. I'll go wherever it needs me to go.
Well, listen, I don't know if he is around tomorrow, but I wouldn't mind getting him on the show. Sorry, not tomorrow. I wouldn't mind getting him on the show next week. Steve Goodwin, thanks very much indeed for coming on the show. That's Steve Goodwin. That fight is on the 14th of April.